We are inside Hulley Hall here at the University of Delaware, and our guest this week, University President Dr. Patrick Harker. Thank you so much for meeting with us.
Thanks for coming.
You know, last week I was in Newark. I drove past the Chrysler site. I saw these construction crews hard at work working on this state-of-the-art research facility. Just wanting to know what the latest is on the Chrysler site.
Sure. We now call it our Science and Technology Campus, and we are in the process of continuing to dismantle the plant and to recycle most of what's there. That's a process that will take another 12 months, roughly. At the same time, we're vigorously planning for the future. And so we have a lot of activity looking at what the future of that site is, working both internally and with many, many partners, including the state, including the governor, looking to bring new companies here to Delaware.
Speaking of the governor, he's saying the higher education budget needs to be cut by more than 6%. That's got to be a bit of a challenge.
It is. I mean, there's a challenge both with the direct cut. We also lose the stimulus money that was there filling a gap for the last couple of years. So net, we lose about $15 million, a little less than $15 million we have to take out of our budget this year.
Well, with budgets tightening everywhere, where does that then put UD fiscally?
Well, I mean, it's a challenge, but it's a challenge across American higher education. You look at the cuts that are happening everywhere. In California, Governor Brown proposed a $1.4 billion cut to higher education there. So it is a challenge, but it's also an opportunity for us to focus on strategy, focus on the things that really, really matter, and to continue to attract talent who may be at these other places that see more opportunity here at the University of Delaware.
Dr. Harker, you went to Dover, you spoke with state lawmakers about some financial flexibility. Can you explain that?
Sure. We get two buckets of money from the state of Delaware. One is an operating subsidy that makes up the difference between the in-state and out-of-state tuition. And the other are what are called special lines. And these are programs we run specifically for the state. They have a specific purpose. And these are bucketed into, say, the College of Agriculture and Natural Resources or the College of Education and Human Development. And these are special lines and there's money appropriated to each one. What we would like to do is just have Dover give us a bucket of money for the College of Agriculture and Natural Resources, for example, define what they want as their outcomes, and give us the flexibility to figure out how to maximize the use of the inputs to re-engineer some of our operations so that we can deliver those outcomes most efficiently.
In other words, they were putting restrictions on how you could spend a certain amount of money?
Yeah, we couldn't move money from, or a person from line to line, or money from a line to line. And it's a real challenge for us right now. We're facing a 15% cut in the special lines right now, at least proposed by the governor. And we understand the state's situation. We're not complaining about that. But what we're asking for is the flexibility so that we can deliver what we promise on in the most efficient way.
Did you sense any resistance from legislators?
Yeah, a little bit, because it's new. But we'll continue to talk to them about it.
Do the money issues get in the way of you trying to achieve the goals or the agenda that you have for the university?
Sure, they always do, right? I mean, that's always going to be the case. But it also, again, forces you to focus on the strategic priorities, the things that really, really matter, that are going to drive the university forward and to drive the university forward in fulfilling our land-grant mission of helping this economy recover.
The new law school, what's going on with that?
Yeah, so we're continuing to think about it and to look at the feasibility of doing it. And that means both what are the academic priorities in such a law school, how does it meet the needs of the state, and what will it cost? We don't have an answer for that yet. We've not decided to do it or not do it. We're just looking at it.
So no fixed timeline there?
No.
Okay. Let's talk about enrollment. How is UD doing?
Well, very well. Yeah, we're up across the board, particularly in terms of quality. I mean, the students who are applying right now are quite good. You know, alumni always like to say, I'm glad I went when I went because I couldn't get in now, and there's some truth in that. But we're also seeing a large uptick in in-state applicants and in-state enrollees. That's due to, I think, two things. One, over the last several years, the university has been very clear on our academic roadmap, our commitment to Delawareans, telling Delaware middle school students and then high school students what it takes, what they need to do in school in order to get into a university like the University of Delaware. The second thing is our financial commitment to Delawareans that we just added a few years ago. We will meet the full demonstrated financial need of all Delawareans so that they can attend. Now, there are loans there, but the loans are capped to no more than 25% of the 4-year cost of education. So this year, it's around $20,000 that a student would graduate with in terms of loans that are payable. They can pay that back over 10 years. That's quite affordable. And so that's been a real boon for Delaware families because every student has the financial means now to come to the university.
You talk about this commitment to the in-state residents and presenting this roadmap for students so they are eligible to enroll here. Do you see Delaware schools improving following that roadmap?
Yeah, I mean, it's given them a real focus on the things they need to do to work with the students to get better. Now, you know, there are a lot of schools in Delaware. They're not all at the same level. But in addition, with our College of Education and Human Development, working very closely with Secretary Lowry, we're really focusing on the Race to the Top activities, trying to make the schools better.
You're answering my questions before I even get to them. Let's talk about tuition. Next year,
Sure.
Any idea if it's going to go up?
Well, it's going to go up some. We just don't know what that will be right now. We're still in the planning phases of our budget. And some of that we won't be able to decide on until Dover makes decisions in June.
This summer marks your 5th year here at the university. How have things been going? Are you enjoying it?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I'm enjoying it a lot. This is a university that was quiet about how good it was. It didn't brag much, except the alumni knew how good it was. The 145,000 Blue Hens all around the world, they knew how great this institution was. What's been fun is going out and meeting all them. Not all 145,000 yet, but we're getting there. But it's hearing their stories about how the university transformed their life, put them in a position to be successful, whatever they're doing, whether it's an elementary school teacher or a CEO of a company. That success is what we're here for. We're here to help make those students successful.
Do you feel, and I'm learning this myself being new to Delaware, do you feel like a Delawarean now?
Yeah, that's a good question. You know, it takes a while. You know, people, if you haven't been here 20, 30 years, you're still new. And so that's true. I mean, but yeah, people have been warmly embraced. Myself, my family. It's a great community. The state's a great community. This town, Newark, is a wonderful, wonderful community.
This is the first semester you have not taught a class.
That's right.
Are you going to be teaching again soon?
Yeah, I'm planning on doing it next year. We knew this year was going to be complicated with all the budget issues, so running around a lot away from campus, trying to deal with some of these issues. So it wouldn't be fair to the students. So I want to get back into class next year.
Okay, well, thank you so much,
Thank
you so
you.
much
Thank
for
you,
your
Joy.
time, Dr.
Thank
Harker.
you.
I know you're really busy.